Well, well, well. Look who finally stopped running long enough to listen. You feel it, don't you? That strange shift in the air, that quiet tension like something is about to snap. Like the truth you buried, the truth they laughed at, the truth they twisted and dragged through the dirt, is crawling its way back to the surface. And oh, what a delicious moment this is. Because somewhere, in a room you've never seen, in the hands of someone you never expected, there's proof. Cold. Sharp. Unarguable proof. Proof that you weren't crazy. Proof that you weren't lying. Proof that every whisper they used against you was nothing but noise. You see, they thought they buried you. They thought if they repeated the lie enough times, it would become reality. They thought if they isolated you, broke you, made you question your own mind, you'd collapse. But they forgot one thing. Truth doesn't die. It waits. It waits in silence. It waits in shadows. It waits in the cracks of their carefully built illusion until the right moment. And then it strikes. And now someone has it. Someone sees everything. Someone understands the game that was played on you. And here's the part that should send chills down your spine. They're not just holding the truth. They're ready to act. At all cost. Do you understand what that means? That means the story is about to flip. That means the same mouths that called you a liar will go silent. That means the same eyes that looked down on you will avoid you. That means the same people who tried to erase you will have to watch you be restored. Not quietly, not gently, but completely. Because when truth finally comes out, it doesn't whisper, it explodes. And oh, when it does, it won't just clear your name. It will expose theirs. Every manipulation, every setup, every fake smile and hidden intention, dragged into the light where it can't hide anymore. You think this is luck? No, this is alignment. You endured what most people couldn't. You stayed silent when screaming would have been easier. You held on to your truth while the world tried to rewrite it. That kind of pressure, that kind of pain, it doesn't go unnoticed. And now, someone is stepping in, not to pity you, but to correct what was wrong, because deep down, justice has a pulse, and when it beats loud enough, someone always hears it. And they did. They saw what others ignored. They questioned what others accepted. They found what others tried to bury. And now, they're moving. For you. Not halfway. Not carefully. At all cost. That's the part that scares them, because they know, once the truth is out, there's no controlling it, no spinning it, no hiding from it. And suddenly, you're not the target anymore. You're the evidence. You're the turning point. You're the moment their entire illusion begins to collapse. So don't panic now. Don't doubt now. Don't shrink now. Stand still. Because what's coming is bigger than revenge. It's restoration. It's the universe, or fate, or whatever you want to call it. Finally, correcting the imbalance. And when it hits, when everything flips, when the truth lands exactly where it needs to, they won't be asking if you were right. They'll be asking how they ever doubted you. So breathe. Let them talk a little longer. Let them feel safe a little longer. Let them believe the lie still works. Because the truth, it's already on its way. And this time, it's not coming alone. And when it arrives, oh, don't blink. Because you might miss the exact second everything changes. You know what's funny? They're still laughing right now. Still comfortable. Still walking around like nothing can touch them. Like the story they created is permanent. But truth has a cruel sense of timing. It doesn't warn. It doesn't negotiate. It doesn't knock. It kicks the door open, and when that moment hits, when that proof lands in the right hands, in the right place, at the right time, you're going to witness something rare. Panic, not yours, theirs. Watch how fast confidence turns into confusion. Watch how quickly their voices crack when they realize the narrative slipped out of their control. Watch how they scramble, how they reach, how they try to rewrite, reframe, retract. But it'll be too late. Because once the truth is seen, really seen, it can't be unseen. And suddenly, you won't have to defend yourself anymore. Silence will do it for you. Presence will do it for you. The same presence they tried to diminish will become undeniable. And here's where it gets even darker, even more beautiful. You won't even need to speak. No explanations, no arguments, no desperate attempts to prove anything. Because the truth, when it finally stands on its own, makes noise without sound. It echoes. Through conversations you're not in. Through rooms you've never entered. Through minds that once doubted you. And piece by piece, your name starts to heal. Not because you begged for it, but because it couldn't stay broken anymore. And the one holding that proof, they're not hesitating. Understand this clearly. This isn't someone playing games. This isn't someone testing the waters. This is someone who has decided that what happened to you will not stand. At all cost. That means risk. That means exposure. That means consequences for people who thought they were untouchable. And that's why, deep down, they feel it too. That quiet fear creeping in. That subtle shift in energy they can't explain. Because lies, no matter how strong they look, are fragile. All it takes is one undeniable truth to shatter the entire structure. And you were the foundation they tried to crack. But you didn't break. You bent. You questioned. You hurt. But you didn't betray your truth. And now look. The very thing they used against you is becoming the weapon that exposes them. So don't rush this moment. Don't try to force anything. Power like this, real power, doesn't come from chasing justice. It comes from becoming undeniable, and you already are. That's why this is happening. That's why someone stepped in. That's why the proof exists. Because your story refused to die. Even when it was buried, it kept breathing. And now, it's about to speak. Loud, clear, unstoppable. So when the shift happens, and it will, don't look for applause. Look for silence, that heavy, uncomfortable silence. When everyone realizes you were right all along. And in that silence, that's where your power lives now. Not in revenge, not in anger, but in the quiet, undeniable truth that survived everything they threw at it and came back to finish the story. And here's the part they never prepared for, the aftermath. Because everyone thinks the explosion is the end of the story, the reveal, the exposure, the moment the truth rips through everything. No, that's just the beginning. The real shift happens after the noise dies down, after the chaos settles, after the truth has carved its name into reality so deeply, no one can erase it again. That's when the world starts rearranging itself around you. Watch carefully. People who once avoided you suddenly find reasons to be near you. People who stayed silent now have opinions. People who doubted you start acting like they always believed in you. Pathetic, isn't it? But don't get distracted, because this isn't about them anymore. This is about what you become after surviving something that was designed to destroy you. You see, most people break when they're misunderstood. Most people collapse when they're isolated, misjudged, painted as something they're not. But you You walked through it, alone, with no applause, no support, no guarantee that the truth would ever come out. And yet, you didn't betray yourself. That changes a person, that creates something different, something they can't control anymore. Because now, you don't need validation, you don't need approval, you don't need anyone to believe you. You've already faced the worst-case scenario and survived it. So what can they possibly do to you now? Nothing. And that's what terrifies them the most. Not the truth, not the proof, not even the exposure. It's you, the version of you that came out of it. Calm, unshaken, untouchable. Because when someone has tried to take everything from you, your voice, your image, your identity, and failed, you stop being easy to manipulate. You stop being easy to break. You become dangerous, not in a loud, reckless way, but in a quiet, controlled, precise way. The kind of dangerous that doesn't react. It decides, and now you get to decide. Not them, not the crowd, not the ones who twisted your story. You decide who stays. You decide what matters. You decide how your story continues. Because the truth didn't just come back to clear your name. It came back to give you control. And here's where most people make a mistake. They think this is the moment to get revenge, to speak loudly, to expose everything, to make them feel exactly what they made you feel. But look at you. You don't need that. Because the truth already did the work. The damage they caused, it's now attached to their name, not yours. The doubt they created, it's now circling back to them. The story they wrote, it's now their own trap. So why would you lower yourself when everything has already risen in your favor? No. Your power now is in restraint, in silence, in presence, in moving forward like none of it was ever strong enough to stop you. Because that drives them insane, seeing you untouched, unbothered, unavailable to their chaos. That's the real consequence, and the one who brought the proof. They didn't just defend you. They unlocked you. They forced reality to correct itself, so you could finally move without weight, without doubt, without chains. So now, walk differently, speak differently, think differently, because you're not the same person who went through that storm. You're the one who outlived it. And when people look at you now, they won't just see someone who was right. They'll see someone who couldn't be broken, even when everything was designed to break them. And that's not just justice. That's transformation. So let the truth echo. Let their silence grow louder. Let the world adjust. You've already done the hardest part. You stayed real when it would have been easier to become what they said you were. And now you don't chase the story anymore. The story follows you. And that's when it gets even quieter. Not empty quiet. Not lonely quiet. Powerful quiet. The kind of silence that doesn't beg to be heard, because it already knows. Everyone is listening. You'll notice it slowly. The way rooms shift when you walk in. The way conversations pause, just for a second too long. The way eyes study you, not with doubt anymore, but with recognition. Because now they know, not the version of you they created, not the lie they tried to sell, but the real you. And here's the part no one warns you about. When the truth finally wins, you don't feel loud victory. You feel clarity. A strange, almost unsettling calm. Like everything that once confused you finally makes sense. You start seeing people for who they really are. Not who they pretend to be. Not who you hoped they were. But exactly what they showed you. when they thought you had no power. And that realization, that's where your next level begins. Because now you don't move with emotion. You move with awareness. You don't trust words. You read patterns. You don't chase connection. You recognize alignment. And suddenly, your world becomes smaller, but stronger. Fewer people, fewer distractions, fewer illusions. But everything around you, real, solid, unshakable. And those who tried to play you, oh, they feel it now. That distance, that cold shift, that invisible wall they can't break through anymore. Because access to you was a privilege they lost the moment they chose to doubt your truth. And no proof in the world can buy that access back. Let that sink in. They didn't just lose the argument. They lost you. Completely. And the one who stepped in, who carried that proof, who chose to make things right at all cost. They didn't just change your situation. They changed your trajectory. Because now you see something most people never see. How fragile lies really are. And how unstoppable truth becomes once it finds the right moment. So from here, you don't go back. You don't explain your growth. You don't justify your silence. You don't soften yourself to make others comfortable. No. You evolve quietly, sharply, unapologetically. You build something bigger than what they tried to destroy. You become something stronger than what they tried to define. And one day, without warning, without announcement, you'll look around and realize none of it controls you anymore. Not the pain, not the past, not their opinions, not even the story itself. Because the moment the truth set you free, it didn't just clear your name, it gave you something far more dangerous. Freedom without fear. And a person who has nothing left to prove, nothing left to hide, and nothing left to fear, is something this world can never control again. So keep walking, not louder, not harder, just truer. Because the truth already fought for you and won. And now comes the part almost nobody talks about. What do you do when it's over? When the noise is gone? When the truth has already done its damage? When the storm that once defined your every thought just disappears? Most people think you celebrate, but you don't. You stand there, in the quiet aftermath, and you realize something unsettling. You're not the same person who entered that chaos, and you never will be again. Because pain like that, betrayal like that, being misunderstood on that level, it rewires you, it sharpens you. It takes away your innocence and replaces it with something far more dangerous. Clarity. You start noticing things you used to ignore, the tone in someone's voice, the hesitation before a lie, the energy behind fake support. You don't guess anymore. You know. And that knowing, that's your edge now. That's why you don't react the same. That's why you don't chase explanations. That's why you don't waste time trying to fix people who are comfortable breaking you. Because you've seen what they're capable of when they thought you were powerless. And that memory, it doesn't haunt you. It guides you. So when they come back, and they will, not all of them, but enough to test you, watch how they move. Watch how they try to reconnect. How they soften their tone. How they pretend nothing really happened. And that's when your silence becomes your answer, not out of anger, but out of understanding. Because forgiveness doesn't mean access. Closure doesn't mean connection. And growth. Growth sometimes looks like distance. Permanent distance. You see, you've stepped into a different reality now. A reality where you're not chasing truth anymore. You live in it. And in that reality, there's no room for confusion, no space for manipulation, no tolerance for anything that disturbs your clarity. So you move differently, not guarded, just aware, not cold, just precise, not distant, just intentional. And that's when something powerful begins to happen. Opportunities start finding you. People who align with your energy, your mindset, your truth. They start appearing, not by accident, but because you're no longer attracting chaos. You're attracting alignment. And that shift, that's the real reward. Not proving them wrong, not watching them fall, but building something so solid, so real, that their existence becomes irrelevant. Let them deal with the consequences of their own actions. Let them sit in the reality they created. That's not your responsibility anymore. Your responsibility is to never shrink yourself again. To never doubt your intuition again. To never ignore the red flags you once excused because you paid too high a price to learn these lessons. And now you own them. So the next time life tests you, and it will, you won't panic. You won't question your truth. You won't wait for someone else to confirm what you already feel. You'll stand firm because you've been here before, and you know exactly how it ends. With truth rising, with lies collapsing, with you standing in the middle of it all, untouched. So don't look back with regret. Look back with understanding. Everything that happened, every doubt, every lie, every moment you felt alone. It wasn't the end of you. It was the creation of you. The real you. The one who doesn't fold under pressure. The one who doesn't break under illusion. The one who doesn't need the world to agree to know what's real. And that version of you, that's the final outcome they never saw coming. Not your revenge, not your comeback, but your evolution, complete, unstoppable, and irreversible.